What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy Chris back again with another market watch for you guys for tomorrow, or today, whenever you guys are watching this video. But I'm going to be talking about some of the roads to the finals, some potential buys, just some things that I'm liking at the market right now, just a general discussion about the market, and kind of where we are going into Black Friday, because we are about 15 days away from Black Friday. So we are very, very close, about 2 weeks away. And Black Friday is on a lot of people's minds at this point. And let me start by saying that if you have lost coins in November, do not feel discouraged about it. If you're not, listen, you will not be a trader unless you lose coins at some point. You're gonna have a move that you make that you may lose coins on. It happens. It's how you rebound from that loss and how you respond to get more coins after that, to be motivated more to make coins. So I wouldn't be discouraged if you lost coins this month, because the market this year has been so hard to predict. I'm talking like out-of-pack team of the week investments, out-of-pack promo investments, SBCs, when cards are going to drop, when they're going to go up, stuff like that. A lot of this stuff has been hard to predict this year, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because it's not just me that, sometimes I'm not even sure. Sometimes other traders are like that as well. In terms of what is going to happen over the next couple of weeks, we have Black Friday on the 29th or the 28th, whatever day it is. We have Road to the Final Batch 1 going out of packs. When you guys are seeing this, it's probably going to be about 10 to 12 hours away. I'm going to kind of give you guys a guideline of what to do for Friday, pretty much. So, let's kind of get into it. I'm almost fully liquid at this point. I was able to sell my Trent Alexander-Arnold at 135. I bought that at 125, so like a little 4K. But I saw a flip, and I was like, I'm just going to buy it. I got this at 120. I'm going to sell it at 133 whenever I can. So, that's good. My transfer profit is now at I believe 6.8 million. We're about to hit 7, and we're gonna hit 10 very, very soon here. So we're kind of on pace. I have been slow out of the gates, but I think I'm starting to pick it up now, which is good. So let's keep up this momentum rolling. I think I made a good amount of profit this week, so let's keep it up. The market right now is pretty good in terms of cards. They did rebound a good amount on Thursday. For example, I think some meta golds did really well, like Leroy Sané. I think I was picking him up at like 140 to 145, and I think he went to like 160 this week. Yeah, he's up a lot right now. He's 164, and the reason why this is because Weekend League obviously is going to start in about 4 hours from now. So, Ramos went up. He was about 110. Where is he at right now? He's about 120. Okay, so he went up a little bit. Sterling went up. A lot of the cards, by the way, guys, he's about 110. He was about 95, 97 yesterday, so that was pretty good. A lot of the cards that got, we call it substitute cards, and that's cards that are in the same position or the same nationality as somebody that got an SBC or got a team of the week. So, Williams SBC came out a couple days ago, and Sterling obviously went down because of that, because a right wing from the Premier League. He went down, and so did Adama Traore. This went up today, and so did Adama. So Adama yesterday, or the day before, was 250k, and I think currently he's about 270 on the market. So he's done pretty well. I think a lot of those cards, that were getting substituted for SBC guys did go up today. Lenglet did really well, I believe. Other Cinemax have done well as well. So yeah, 270 right there. You could pick them up at 245, 250. So not too bad. So that's the state of the market at the moment. It is actually decent. I've just kind of been going in and out of some stuff. Just if I see something that's low, I'll pick it up for a certain hour, and then I'll flip it in a couple hours later. But nothing too crazy. Yeah, the icons up a lot. So that's good. That's good to see people actually try buying back now, which is a positive. Balak yesterday was 580, not selling yesterday at 580, and now he's going for 630, 640, so he's up a little bit. This Jared got bought at 885, and he's all day he's been about 950, so he's actually a little bit lower right now. in terms of Road to the Finals, guys, so that was the first 5 minutes of like a video. Let's get into these Road to the Finals potential buy times. There is a couple times I can kind of give you guys, or a couple opportunities to buy these cards. So if you want like your Allen, your Sancho, any of those cards, I believe there's two kind of ways for you guys to go get these cards. It's either going to be tomorrow if we get a good Road to the Final batch. The reason why I say that is because the previous batch, this one right here, could get panic sold due to there may be better cards. So maybe someone wants to get rid of an Allen because they see, you know, a Sissoko, right? If we get a Sissoko tomorrow, a Neymar, those kind of cards, like Cancelo, like these really hyped up cards, Wan-Bissaka, Martial, Pogba, Lacazette, those kind of cards, you will see some sell-off on the previous batch for sure. If the batch 2 is not as good as batch 1, you will see batch 1 fly tomorrow night. So like Militao's going to do really well tomorrow night. And also, not just Militao, but like in Road to the Finals, but you'll also see past Team Luigs, past Scream cards, they will probably rise. So maybe it's a risk, but like maybe buying some stuff in the morning that might look a little too low, and you might be able to flip them later that night if there's some panic on the market and you bank on the Road to the Final batch 2 not being that good. So the market should do well tomorrow night as long as the Road to the Final batch 2 isn't that great. If it's really good, I think you do see people selling off some stuff to go and get those new cards. Like for example, if they put a Neymar in, a lot of people would sell stuff off to go and do it. Another thing we got today, and that's the first time I would buy, is tomorrow if we don't get a great Road to the Final batch, or if we do get a good Road to the Final batch 2, they will drop. But people don't realize that these cards aren't going to get upgrades until December. What does that mean? Next week, and if these cards are, see, I want to explain so many things to you guys. Like tomorrow, if a guy like Allen, a guy like Militao, a guy like Sancho, a guy like Mahrez, the guys that get into people's weekend league teams, what you will see this Sunday, and I've been talking about in my streams, is you will be seeing a weekend league sell-off that's really, really bad. I think there's going to be a big sell-off this weekend. There's going to be a big sell-off next weekend. And I think that when you see these guys, if they fly on Friday night, you will see more of a drop-off on Sunday because it shows the more casuals have put them in their teams for Weekend League. And everyone wants to get coins for Black Friday, so they're going to go and sell them off this Sunday and Monday. So it's an opportunity for you guys maybe around Monday or Tuesday or even Sunday night to really go for these cards. I think another thing is once people start to realize that they don't get upgrades until December, they're really just going to sell them off because there's two different ways to like look at it. People do not play this game during the week competitively. If they're playing, it's either draft or they're doing the objectives. And when you're doing the objectives, I know hardcore players aren't selling their actual teams, but casuals are. Casuals are so they can get the first owner cards, to buy packs, whatever they need to do upgrades, whatever they need to do to get first owner cards, they're doing the objectives instead. They're not actually playing with full-blown meta teams. So that's why you may see more of a sell-off on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And, you know, no one's playing this game during the week. So that's why you haven't seen the market this past week in particular. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday just seemed to get worse and worse and worse. And then obviously Thursday we had the market kind of rebound today. But nobody's playing this game, which is why there's no demand in these cards, and they just continue to drop. Like we saw icons just continually drop. That is because no one's playing this game. The demand has dropped for those cards during the week, but now they're up. Like, for example, like I don't even know why this Paul Scholes, why he even sells at his price. But this was $430 yesterday, and this is now $480. $465 on bid, or $465 by now, but he's gonna obviously reach $480 overnight. So like these cards have all risen. They're all doing really good. Like I showed you the Balak and Skulls and stuff like that. So I'm thinking it's going to be tomorrow the buy time for Road to the Final Batch 1. If the Road to the Final Batch 2 is good. If it's not good, or yeah, if it's good, Road to the Final Batch 1 buy time could be tomorrow or even early next week. Don't even have to rush it. I'm not going to rush it, to be honest. Maybe some of the smaller guys like Juan Jesus, maybe he drops to you know, 32, 33 next week off a sell-off. And you know what? That's not bad. You stock one in your club. This is not something you go buy 15 of. You don't go and do that. These cards are really high overall. So you're not going to, like, unless you have 10 million coins, you're not going to do that. So I would definitely look at that for the Road to the Final buy times. Now, in terms of, we had a Team of the Week SBC this today, and it was out for only a couple minutes. And they messed up their inform requirements. So I thought we were going to get it Friday. I didn't know if we were going to get it Thursday. So I'm kind of surprised that they actually dropped it on us. Maybe it was on accident. But I think if it comes on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you could see a lot of sell-off on some players as well. If it's tradable. If it's untradeable, you'll see some like panic early on. And then you'll probably see a little bit of buyback depending on the day. If it's on Sunday, you won't see any buyback. You'll just see people selling off regardless. It'll just be like a really bad sell-off. Like I'm foreshadowing kind of. So that's kind of what happened. I don't know if they're going to do it tomorrow or today, whenever you guys are watching this. But we'll see what happens, right? If they make it tradable, though, you will see so many people sell off stuff. It is ridiculous. You will start seeing like icons sold off. You know, high-rated meta golds go down. All of this stuff, man, is going to drop if they put out tradable. Which maybe that's the reason why they didn't do it, because they knew the market would get absolutely destroyed if that was the case. So that's kind of what I see in terms of Road to the Final Batch 1. A big thing, man, is like they're not getting these upgrades until middle December. So when people want to get their coins for Black Friday, they're gonna sell off everything. They're not just gonna like keep they're gonna keep these Mares and these Allens and all that kind of stuff. They're not gonna do that. Remember, casuals is what drives this game, guys. I'll always bang that drum to you guys, because I know that maybe some people think that the casual community doesn't really push the market or anything. It is the #1 push of the market and the #1 downturn of the market. Whenever it happens, the people that are panic selling is the casuals. The people that are panic buying are the casuals. What I did with Ben Yedder yesterday. Ben Yedder didn't get his player of the month. I bought him at 300k, knowing that he was going to go to over 340 because people were going to buy him, panic buy him because of his SBC. No hardcore players doing that. Maybe very few, but again, he's back up to about 340 right now. And it was like a quick little flip because the casuals is what drives that. And then obviously you had investors trying to get out very quickly. But, you know, that's kind of like just the casuals is what drives this game, man. So I think that a lot of them are going to sell off a lot of their stuff. Their informs, their Road to the Finals, their Scream cards, whatever it may be. I think they'll sell them off, and I think sometime next week could be an opportunity for you guys to buy them, or even tomorrow. It depends on when you want them. So that's kind of what I think with the market for this weekend. I think it's going to be a bad sell-off. I think next Sunday is going to be even worse, or just as worse. Maybe it's a little bit, it's not as bad, because if I throw this at you right now, where people, if they want to rock a cheap team, they're going to sell everything this weekend, because this is kind of like the last weekend until like really Black Friday promo starts. Like literally, like people are just thinking about Black Friday. So maybe they sell off on Sunday and they use a cheap team for next weekend league, where then if that's the case, then not as many people will sell off their cards on Sunday night, because they're not as many people are buying meta cards. So, you know, next Thursday we might have a problem in terms of Thursday flipping, because, you know, maybe some of this stuff doesn't even rise because no one's really going to buy before Black Friday. I'm thinking after Black Friday, guys. Now, I want to show you guys a little bit of a graph from last year, if you don't mind. I want to show you guys Cristiano Ronaldo last year, and this is kind of pertaining to top 10 meta golds from last year and how they reacted to Black Friday and what happened after it. So, I'm looking at his graph. Okay, so what happened here is he, obviously the first day, right, there's not many coins in the market, so he's really cheap. He keeps on rising, and during November 23rd, you see how he took this little dip right here? At 2.275 on the Saturday, November 3rd. This is about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks before the actual Black Friday promo starts. You start to see a little bit of a sell-off. Not crazy amount of Ronaldo, but just a little bit lower. Alright. And then Black Friday Day. Black Friday Day goes up to 2.25. So he's already starting to rise again. 2.245. And then 2.3, 2.4. Like, very, very quickly goes back to 2.5. And the reason for this is because on Black Friday, there's like a general consensus that like the market drops a lot on Black Friday. No, it drops before Black Friday. And that is when they get in. Because then when Black Friday happens, the high tier road to the final cards, the high tier meta golds, the high tier informs, you know, depending if we get a best of Team League SBC, that's all something to kind of see what happens. But those kind of cards are going to rise after Black Friday. So even a card like Aubameyang, guys, like this was a card last year that wasn't 87 overall. And you know, that's not a crazy rating where he's immune to packs. But if you look at him, guys, like he's like chilling. He's chilling like around the 300. November 3rd, obviously he's starting to drop a little bit. Then he shoots up, maybe because he got an inform that week. Yeah, probably got an inform. Shoots really low. November 26th, this is like the sell-off after Black Friday. And then kind of rises one more time until 316 in December 7th. So you could see a rise in those 200 plus K meta golds, as long as they're like 87. So like you might see, like on Sun, you might see a rebound on Sun. Maybe he goes down to, let's just say he goes down to like 495. Maybe he hits about 535 again. Or maybe goes down to 470, goes back up to 515. Stuff like that you'll probably see. A guy like Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, like these are the cards that if you see a little bit of a drop, that's going to be an opportunity for you to buy. If he goes under a mil, that's probably all you're going to see. I don't think he's going down to 900k flat. I just don't see it. So I think you'll see a rebound with this card as well. I'm curious to see where did Mbappe do last year in terms of Black Friday. So he actually as well had a rebound after Black Friday. So November 22nd, 426. This is when the sell-off really started, man. November 9th, even November 3rd. The sell-off really started November 3rd last year. That's Saturday, because obviously Weekend League sell-off starts earlier. Saturday is when, you know, people finish their game, so they sell off early. Okay, so he goes down to 499, 460, 430. He's chilling on the 420 to 430 range. And November 23rd happens, and then he's going up, he's going up, he's going up, and he's almost hitting 500k by the Thursday, December 6th. So we did see a little rebound, or a decent rebound, on cards, on meta cards after Black Friday last year. I'll show you a card that's not going to rebound, is if any of these cards like a Lucas or an Allen or any of these cards for Mendy, if any of these cards do have any sort of dip, that's going to just, they're not going to rebound. I'll look at a card like Martial, who had a decent value last year. Obviously, he's on the market right now at 15,000 coins. So he's already taken his dip, like crazy amount. But if you look at him, right, he starts, his dip starts October 12th because I think supply probably started to come in. And then as the year goes on, he just keeps on dipping and dipping and dipping. He never recovered after Black Friday. Like, he went down to like 4k. You see this? Like, this is just because of packs and too much supply on these cards. These 83s, 84s, 82s, any of them, if they're meta, they're not going to go up again after Black Friday. You could really expect those high tiers. Your Aubameyang, I don't even know if it'd be a Ramos. Like, I don't even know where Ramos was last year. Let me see, what did he do last year at this time? Was he an 87 last year? No, he was a 91. Why did I think he was an 87? I don't know why. But look at here. So, like, November, where's November 3rd? November 3rd, 300k, drops again. Yep, so the sell-off started November 3rd last year. 264, 263. And then, again, goes up after Black Friday. Hits a high of about 322. So, yeah, he rebounded. And he rebounded again, actually, multiple times. So, those kind of cards, the Ramos, the Varane, the Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, those kind of cards you'll see a rebound on. The lower tier metas, though, you're probably just getting the Ferland Mendy's, the Allen, Lucas, Sissoko. Those kind of cards are just not going to rebound, in my opinion. There's just too much supply in them during Black Friday. The amount of packs that are being ripped open, it's a crazy amount. So, hope you guys did enjoy this video, man. It's a fucking long one. I do apologize. I fucking upload so many long videos, I gotta make them a little bit shorter for you guys, so I do apologize. Thank you for watching today. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll talk to you guys in a video soon. Peace out.